Okay, I think it's time to start looking at ornaments at this point. Actually, before I even say that, let me double check. Where do we put the power cord? Because the star is going to need the power cord. And I want to make sure that it's in reaching distance. I can't see it right now.
I got hold of it right here.
That's it?
I think so. I'm trying to trace it, see if it...
Yeah, that must be it.
Yep. Okay, well I can see
Because
it.
the star is the last thing. We can't put the star on until we get the
star's
ornaments
right
on
there.
anyway. Because the whole thing will topple off. So we got lots of ornaments.
We got blue balls and green balls and purple balls and red balls.
We've
big
got
balls and small
Epic
balls.
Mickey just in time for the playthrough.
Oh God.
Alright!
That's the first one going up, isn't it?
Epic Mickey.
Which one do you want to put
No,
up
we
first?
should put up like the balls and the generic stuff first and space them out.
Aw, you don't want to kick off the holiday season with Epic Mickey shitting on your tinsel?
No. Yeah, you should space out the generic ones first and then you fill in the gaps with the special ones.
Okay. That's not the fun way, but fine. Which
I've
ones
got-
do you want to put up, the green balls or the blue balls?
Not the blue balls. Give me the green balls.
I don't know if I want you having green balls in your hand.
Yeah, well, I don't want blue balls by any means.
I love blue balls.
Okay. What?
Look at these big blue balls.
We
I
love
them.
blue balls.
These blue balls are big and beautiful. I love the color.
Ugh.
Okay, you put up the green balls. I handle the blue balls. The blue balls of ex-girlfriend and the blue balls of frostbite.
Wow. So yeah, so we've talked about a couple of different topics now. You know, the only other one really that I do want to talk about you know, some negative stuff is a lot of people criticizing me, saying that I should do direct capture like everybody else. I got a lot more of that this year than ever before, because I think a lot of people are starting to get a little bit burnt out on me just recording with a camera.
And there are a few playthroughs in which it might not be at its best. Like they said Diablo 3 on the PC.
Well, that's just because the text is so fucking small
Yeah.
on PC that you can't read it.
PC games look way better with direct capture.
You know,
In a lot
I
of
mean,
cases.
I apologize, but how can I help that? You know, it's not my fault that the fucking text is microscopic. Like, I actually would like it if the text was bigger, but they don't have an option to do it at a higher resolution. So it's more of a flaw of the game maker than anything else, but people say, oh no, PC's the best, and it's your fault for doing a camera, and you know, everyone else who played the game, you could read the text fully, and we couldn't see anything. Like, you know what, I'll be honest, if you're watching my playthroughs for graphics, maybe you should watch someone else's playthroughs.
Yeah, you've never tried to be the most graphically advanced channel.
I record at 720p. I don't record at full 1080p because YouTube downgrades my videos to the point where they look like 720p when I record in that quality.
I record the same way as you, and some of our videos look really good.
Yeah, it all depends on the game. It depends on the lighting. It depends on certain factors. And, you know, I can't control them. When you're recording with a camera,
and there's certain
you're limited to what the
events,
camera's
too.
going to do.
There's unforeseen events that could affect it, like the camera falls over mid-playthrough because you're playing with the Wiimote and you smack the camera and knock it over.
And people like that. That's what
Yeah,
people,
sometimes there are things that are funny that you liked, and they end up being like the funniest moments of the year.
Yeah. You know, Howard knocking the camera, that was great, but that you wouldn't have seen that if I didn't have the camera. You would have just saw the footage continue, and you would have been very confused at what was going on.
Yeah, you guys would have been laughing your heads off and nobody would have known why. I dropped the ball.
So, I guess it's like I said earlier, I mean, I understand if people are looking for like a high quality graphic and they're a little disappointed that over the years I haven't upgraded my methods, but, you know, for what I do, it works. And I think people enjoy the fact that I'm sticking to my guns and I'm still doing it the same way, and they have a quality product that's consistent and not changing. Although I did mention that, you know, if I ever did get a bigger place, which I'm hoping I can do in the next year or two, that would be something I'd be looking to do. Right now, realistically, I cannot do direct capture. It's just not possible.
You have too many wires going through your condo anyway. You can see your floor. It's like covered in wires.
Just the way that my stuff's hooked up, it would be nearly impossible to have stuff going from the PC to there, more wires back to the receiver and back. It wouldn't work. I'd have to totally redo my setup, and there's no reason to redo my setup when I'm going to possibly be moving.
Which would take days, potentially.
It's just not worth it.
Yeah, not right now. Not to say you were ever opposed to ever doing it. Like, you were like, no, never gonna do it, ever. Not even gonna consider it. Like, you'd consider it if it was doable now, but it's not now, so maybe later.
And the last thing I want to talk about the negatives before we move on to, I want to talk about the gaming year in general as well. I have a lot to say about it.
Oh boy.
The last thing I want to mention is people who complain about co-op and my co-op partners and such, okay? Let me put it this way. What the hell?
You got stuck on the garland.
I'm caught in the garland. No matter what I did co-op with this year, I got complaints. If I did it with John Rambo, some people would say that, I don't know, if you're getting stale or whatever. If I did it with...
You know, when you did, I don't remember what game you did with it that I also did by myself. People would come to my channel and they're just be like, I just don't like his commentary anymore. Like, I guess I'm so used to it. Like, I expect it in a way. Like, you know, he has a certain attitude when he plays games.
Yeah, and it's all done for comic relief.
Yeah. It's not like he acts like this, like,
right.
off camera. Off camera, he's nice.
It's to be funny. But
yeah.
I don't think that people, you know... no matter what I did with co-op this year, there was complaint. The Airy Lord, everyone. The Airy Lord, we don't like the Airy Lord. Why do you do stuff with the Airy Lord? It's like, yeah, but take a look at the difference between the Airy Lord, you know, a year or two ago, when we weren't really that, you know, didn't know him that well. We weren't that friendly with him. And he was jumping into random playthroughs versus now. And look, he actually did research for Borderlands 2. He did fucking research. He played the whole first game. He knew everything about the second game. He jumped in and was one of the best team players in the game. And, you know, I don't know how people can still complain about... I mean, if you don't like his voice, then fine. It's this simple.
Oh,
all right?
I got the same complaint too. I don't like your voice. Well, guess what? It's not changing.
Yeah, it's this simple. I didn't used to do as many games as I do now. Okay? I didn't used to do as many games. So you can either be happy that there's more footage, or you can just not watch the footage. It's one or the other. Like, I'm doing more games than ever. If there's a co-op game, yeah, I'm going to want to do a co-op. Now, this year I did co-op with Rambo. I did co-op with my friend Kurochado and Airy Lord. I did co-op with PandaLee. I did co-op with a couple other people. And then I actually did a completely random co-op campaign with people for Ghost Recon Future Soldier.
And people definitely complained.
Even then, people were whining. Well, I don't like the random people you pick. Well, wait, so you don't like the intentional people that I pick, and you don't like the random people that I pick. Do you fucking like anything? Or do you just sit there in your house like a fucking troll disliking everything all day? Like, I mean, you get to a point you're like, what the fuck, man? Like, you don't like anything. So if you don't like anything, don't bother. Don't bother watching videos.
I think it's a mix of the people versus the game. Like, Borderlands 2, I obviously wasn't going to play, so nobody could complain about me being in it. But Chris was going to be in it, and it's like, I don't know. It's one of those games. It's like, do I like the Airy Lord? Do I like Chris for Borderlands, or do I like him more?
Well, this was the thing, and this is what pisses me off. This is what
me.
really pisses me off. All year, I heard, Phil, Borderlands 2. Phil, you gonna play Borderlands 2? Phil, you should really play it co-op, because you play Borderlands 1 by yourself, and that's not really how the game's meant to be experienced. The game will be much better as co-op, so play Borderlands 2 co-op. Then I do, and all I get are complaints. It's like, well, fuck you. Like, everyone asked for it, I gave you what you asked for, and then you complain. So, you know what? I'm gonna do whatever I want, you know? It's just, it goes to a point where you just can't take it anymore. You know, I've had enough. Honey, put that one right here. It's perfect to hang right there.
I don't want the balls too close together. You don't want the balls
You had it right next to that one, so if you hang it here, it'll dangle, it'll fill up that hole.
Oh, you like when your balls dangle?
No.
Well, excuse me, Mr. Picky Tree Man.
Here, I'll hang that one over on the other side.
Fine. Put it on the other side of the tree.
There. So, that's my feeling on that. It's like, if I'm going to play co-op, I always announce it ahead of time. If you can't handle the people who are in it, then don't bother. Don't watch. That's all I have to say. Like, I'm not going to keep catering to people who just don't like anything. It just gets to the point.
There's a difference between constructive criticism and just, you're not happy with anything.
I really feel it. There's a group of people out there who, like, they just don't like anything. No matter what I do, it's a negative. And when I'm playing a game, I'm enjoying it, and I'm trying to have fun. And, you know, we're having fun, hilarity is ensuing, we're succeeding at the game, and then you look at the comments, this sucks because I hate this guy's voice. Shut the fuck up.
Or you failed a mission.
Don't watch.
How dare you.
Don't watch.
Nobody's making... Who is the person with a gun to every person on YouTube's head making them watch these videos? Is what I want to know. Who is putting a gun to your head making you watch it?
And I guess the last thing that I'll say before we'll move out of the negatives here, because we have too many videos talking about negative things, but real quick I'll talk about this one. How people say that I police my comments, and people are upset that they've gotten blocked from my channel. Listen.
Oh, I did the same thing.
Listen. You can have it either way. You can either have it that I don't read the comments, I never interact with my fans, and I can be an impersonal figurehead like a lot of these people, popular YouTubers on YouTube. Yeah, you know who I'm talking about. The people who they don't care. They don't. They put out content, they know they have a big fan base, they never really interact with them. They don't have a personal website where they interact with them. They don't talk to them in the comments. They don't talk through personal messages. They don't have a P.O. box.
They don't talk on forums.
Yeah, they don't have a P.O. box where you can send stuff and interact with them. I could be that. I can be that impersonal asshole. Really, I can, if that's what you really want. Or you can deal with the fact that if I'm interacting with you and you say stupid, nasty shit to me, or things that irk me, that yeah, you're going to have consequences for it. You can't expect that you can just say whatever you want, and that somehow, if, you know, I'm supposed to be completely forgiving of everyone who says things that are out of place, that are insulting, that maybe actually are derailing what a video should be about. And it's like, come on, like, how do you not, you can't do that anywhere else.
Yeah, it's like you wouldn't say certain things to your parents in real life, but you can say it on the internet. Meanwhile, you know that the things you are saying have some sort of consequence to them. It's like, what do you expect to happen?
So it's one or the other. You can either have the me that you have now, the personal me who has interaction with his fans, or you can have nothing. You can have the impersonal bastards that are out there that just literally just make videos for the money. They don't care about the fan base. You know? People saying that I'm a sellout and I'm a Nazi, but then I do the Hardcore Gaming Season giveaway and everyone's grateful for it. But it's like, you know, it just doesn't make sense. So, you know, people who are always complaining about getting blocked, well, it's this simple. Be careful what you say, and, you know, understand that if you say something that could be interpreted as offensive, that you might get blocked. I mean, there's consequences for actions. Why people think that the internet is like this free reign place where you can do whatever you want and there's no consequences.
Because you can't see who it is and you don't know who they are or where they live.
Right.
You can't beat the crap out of them like if you insulted your neighbor.
If you want a personal interaction with me, well, you're going to have to face the facts that there may be some times when you're going to piss me off if you say something stupid or off topic or insulting. And here's the other thing, do I actively just sit here for hours on end reading comments and blocking people? No! It's every once in a while I'll read the comments on a vlog video to see what people have as feedback for what I was talking about. Or every once in a while maybe I'll go on a part of a playthrough and see how people are receiving the playthrough. I don't sit there actively all day policing my comments and blocking thousands of people.
You don't wait for every single new comment on a video.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, so people just have this mentality, oh, Phil's blocked thousands. What are you, nuts? I'm recording and I'm uploading and I'm doing other stuff. I don't sit here policing my comments full time. You know what I mean? Like, this is just a preposterous notion that people get. And then, of course, you got the trolls who know that people have this crazy mentality or this crazy notion, and then they feed on it. Oh, Phil blocked me, blah, blah, blah. But it's really someone who, you know, really said something nasty about me and deserved to be blocked, but then they try to turn it against me like I'm some kind of an unfair person, and people buy it. That's what I don't get. People actually buy it because they're just, oh, if someone says it on the internet, it must be true. Alright, so that's all I have to say about that. We're going to come right back, and I'd like to talk a little bit about the year as a whole, the industry as a whole this year, what I really feel about games, and some of the great things, but some of the worries, and just gaming in general, rather than talking about my own personal YouTube stuff.
The roller coaster that is the game industry.
So, alright, we'll be right back.